Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.
Welcome back to another beer review, another new brewery alert. Stoneface Brewing Company. They are in Newington, New Hampshire. Courtesy of my man Johnny. Thank you, sir, for sharing this. This is Hopulization. Apparently this is a limited release beer. They only do it a couple times. I think he said a year. I'd have to go back and look at his email, but 8.9% alcohol by volume, a double IPA. There's all kinds of awesome information. 60 IBUs, SRM is 10. It says OG is 20 degrees Plato. Brewed in New Hampshire, live free, drink craft, Stoneface. It's got everything. The dating on this is kind of off, but it says it was canned on August 23rd, so this is like a week and a half old. Johnny reached out and was like, hey, these guys are making good beer. You should try it. And I've mentioned it before, people are so freaking kind. He sent me a can to review it. So I'm guessing, hoping, a lot of guys who watch reviews from the East Coast, like Treehouse Trillium guys, even like Tilted Barn, Vanish Valley, all those new kind of up-and-coming breweries, hopefully people have had this beer and we can talk about it. So let's go ahead and see what she's got. I'm not familiar with like the SRM scale as far as like color and everything goes, but I think 10, it's not going to be like super dark, but it's not going to be like that crazy light like lemonade, but it looks like freaking orange juice in the glass. It looks awesome. It does say sediment on the bottom of the can is normal, so you can see it's hazy, it's unfiltered, it's a finger of like this kind of off-white head. Almost 9% when we swirl that. There's some alcohol legs, but it looks killer in that glassware. Didn't look up the hops to this. He might have told me, I can't remember. He emailed me about this like a week ago and then sent it, so I am stoked to check this out. So let's go ahead and shove our nose in it. Oh wow, that's like candied tangerine, orange. There's a sweet kind of like papaya thing in there. That smells really, really good. Again, with this like near 9%, there's no booze, which is, I mean, these beers are just scary. It smells juicy. There's a little bit of this cool like sweet kind of bready note underneath all the hops. But the majority of this for me, it's citrusy tropical fruits. Again, like sweet tangerine, sweet oranges, papaya. Like there might even be some, like again with that melon thing. I've been getting a lot of melon in beers lately. It does though. It smells very juicy. It smells killer. So let's go and taste it, John. Cheers, sir. Thank you. Ooh, that is good. This reminds me sort of like the really killer old school double IPAs. There's this awesome like candied sweetness on the finish of that reminds me of like when I used to drink like, what were like some of the big boy beers years ago? Like Alpine beers, like sort of like that pure hoppiness kind of a beer, or when Ruin 10 from Stone was actually like awesome. That beer's still good, but it's not how it was for me anyways. Like 4 years ago, that beer was ridiculous. This reminds me of that. It's this awesome, pithy, rindy, there's a dankness in there, but it's like this kind of, I don't want to say sugary because people kind of take that wrong, but it's this sugary kind of hop sweetness on the finish of it. I really, really dig that. Tons of candied citrus up front. It's like, it's sweet tangerine. There's even like this cool green, I don't know if there's mosaic in there, but again, it could be melons and I'm tasting, it's that sweet kind of berry thing. Nice pop of bitterness, it's just kind of on the middle of your tongue. Finish is really dry, again with that candied sweetness. This is an awesome balance for me with malt and hops. The hops are definitely there, but that candied sweetness on the finish kind of balances out all that aggressiveness that's up front. This is really, really good. 9%, you don't taste booze. This is really easy drinking. For a double IPA, this is this is a very well-made beer. Again, I know nothing about Stoneface. Don't know how big they are, don't know how long they've been around. I'm just stoked that I get to try these crazy, like, they're in the middle of New Hampshire. I would never be able to try that beer if it wasn't for kind gentlemen like John sending beers like this. So I've said it before, I can't thank you guys enough who do that. It's really, really fun checking out your guys' beers in your neck of the woods. Because again, I would have no idea what Stoneface is. This beer is really, really good. Not sure why it's limited. Don't know why they don't brew this all the time. This would be an awesome kind of a flagship double IPA for them to have. I don't know if it's the hops that they use, the availability, all that good stuff. This is solid. I like this a lot. As it's warmed up in my hand, there's more of that pithy kind of grapefruit, lemon zest, kind of rindy thing. But that candied sweetness on the finish, typically I don't like sweet beers, but it's so aggressively hoppy up front that it balances out perfect. This is fucking awesome. Really, really good. A killer first impression from these guys. A beer for me. I'm going to go straight 95 on this. It's probably better than that. Probably like 96, 97. That's why numeric grades are kind of dumb. This is a world-class beer. If I was in New Hampshire, I would have bought all of this and had it in my fridge. I bet you, I mean, it's only been in the can for like a week and a half, 2 weeks. I bet you like first day of canning, this is really, really in your face, which is probably awesome. But as it sits at about 2 weeks old, it's fire. Yeah, it's like 96. It's really, really good. So that's Hopulization from Stoneface in New Hampshire. If you guys have had it, leave a comment below. Let me know what you thought of it. If there's any other beers of theirs that I should try and seek out, let's talk about it. I'd love to try some more stuff from these guys. Awesome first impression. So John, appreciate you sending this, and I appreciate all you guys watching. So until next time, I will see you guys very soon. Cheers.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.